Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steps here.
BDC. I said the thing.
You got a quick one for you right now. We're gonna do just a quick talk over, WWE and their interesting build to WrestleMania that they've curated here.
I've seen worse.
But it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has. They had a good run.
I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, after watching SmackDown last night, I've lost all hope that this is gonna get better. At least the main event. Like everything else I'm good with. Pretty much every other match I'm fine with. Cody and Randy was like the most built-in feud that you could have done. So much history, so much story that you could have told, and somehow we got Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll that somehow needed to be shoehorned into this because it was going to sell another ticket, which I don't think it did. I think you hurt your chances more than you did anything.
Probably.
Man. Anyway, so BDC said that he had some thoughts and that we needed to record this ASAP. So here we are. Well, I can't wait to hear these thoughts.
Well, it's about the what I was talking about was about crowd reaction and how odd it is sometimes. Of course, rightfully so, they're booing McAfee. And then he goes in and tells them he's helped lower ticket prices, which is a great heel move.
Yeah, it's the best.
I didn't understand that a bit. But anyway, I know they need to lower ticket prices.
So is it the chicken or the egg, though? That's my question, right? Like I listen to a lot of other wrestling podcasts, especially Going in Raw. If you have never listened to them, check them out. They're almost every day with the wrestling stuff. But anyway, they were talking about it, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Was TKO going to lower ticket prices anyway and decided, hey, we can use this in the story? Or did somebody go off script and they start complaining about it, and then TKO went, oh, we're going to change the ticket prices? No, hell no. It's obvious they were going to lower prices because they weren't working, and Triple H or somebody went, hey, let us use it in the story. And they did that with CM Punk on Monday night. And was it as good as the pipe bomb? No. But
it was pretty good.
It was a great promo.
It was great promo.
And it got it over.
Well, the word is that there was a writer involved that handed bullet points to Punk, and that he may have went off the rails a few times.
Sure.
But that's the way
sure
Punk is. Because Punk don't care.
But there's no way they decided to lower prices because Punk went off and said something,
No. It's the way of the market. You put the prices out there for a while. You might have a good price for pre-sales, and then of course once the pre-sales are over, they go to this price. But when you get closer to it, especially if it's not doing great or not doing as well, they're going to lower the ticket prices anyway. They don't need
they've got to
company to do that.
Okay, so here's my fantasy land. Did CM Punk go off script a little bit when he was talking about Pat McAfee, and then Pat McAfee decided to come out and go, I'm the reason they're lowering ticket prices, to stick it to CM Punk, who's the one that said they should lower ticket prices? Like, it seems kind of like what we got with The Rock.
Yeah.
Was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah. With the whole, The Rock's going to be in the main event, and everybody went, what the fuck? And suddenly The Rock was no longer in the main event. But it seems so messed up and discombobulated, and I don't know what's happening.
It's
I'm a diehard. I'm the easiest guy to please. Like I just go along with the program. I'm like, that's cool. I'll take it. But no, this is fucking weird.
Well, it's damage control.
They caused the damage. There was nothing to control.
It's like when you mess something up and you keep trying to fix it. So it's like a comedy movie that the more you try to fix it, the worse things get.
Yeah, I don't understand. You had a fine build with Roman and CM Punk. It was kind of cookie cutter and by the numbers, but it was great. It's fine. I want to see it. Most of the other builds were lackluster, but they were there. It's fine. The whole Gunther, Seth Rollins thing, I will get into that in a minute.
A little quick,
because I don't understand. But, I mean, I get that you need those two on the pay-per-view. Like, they're two of your biggest stars. Anyway. Then you get on SmackDown, and you've got Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes, which I was kind of excited about. I'm like, okay, we've seen this before. Let's see it in a one-on-one at WrestleMania. Cool. And then they pivot, and they switch Drew out for or he won, so Randy's now facing him. Sorry, it was Randy and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And then he gets switched out, and it's like, oh, it's Cody and Randy. That's great. There's so much history there. There's so much going on with that. There's such a story you can tell. And then he's talking to somebody on their phone. And you're like, crazy. Who's he talking to? Is it The Rock? Is it anything? No, it's fucking Pat McAfee of all fucking people. It doesn't make any
worst
sense.
swerve ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were worried about with that match.
Nothing. The word is it was TKO was wanting another celebrity in it, and for some reason, the head dude, whose name is escaping me right now, Ari Emanuel, I think is his name, decided that Pat McAfee, and this is his words, you can look it up, needs to be the next Sylvester Stallone and try to turn him into a multimedia star, right? TV, wrestling, movies, all this shit. And I don't understand what's happening. You had the easiest slam dunk WrestleMania match of all time since fucking Hulk Hogan back in the day in the like WrestleMania 1 and 2. Like, this stuff's so easy. It wrote itself.
This guy is ancient. Who says he's the next Sylvester Stallone anymore?
Hold on. Yeah.
He's old.
That's the problem. Is half the people he's talking to don't know who Sylvester Stallone is.
That makes it even better. He's gonna be the next who?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that comment. I'm sorry. That's just the funniest thing I've heard all year.
I'm pulling up the actual quote for you. Let's see. Yeah, TKO CEO and super agent Ari Emanuel is actively working to transform Pat McAfee into a major Hollywood star, aiming to mold him into the quote-unquote next Sylvester Stallone.
Do they own him?
Apparently.
Apparently.
No, I think Ari Emanuel is his agent. And he's also the TKO CEO. They've got him for a 4-episode arc on Tulsa King, apparently, with, ironically, Sylvester Stallone. I'm sure he loved that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Put them next to each other. I'm sure he'll outshine Sylvester.
He's got a part in a movie called The Mosquito Bowl coming up. I've got a feeling that it's going to be about as good as when CM Punk was in that horror movie. What was it called? Girl on the Third Floor, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I actually sat through that whole thing. I mean, it was
right. Like, okay. I just don't get it. Yeah, Girl on the Third Floor.
See, that's the problem is the conflict of interest. You've got this guy over all of WWE wrestling who's Pat McAfee's agent, and so of course he's going to try to stick him to the main event of Mania to make him. Oh, there he is, and make him a heel.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, here you go. February 19th, 2026, Pat McAfee has hired Hollywood super agent Emanuel. So it's his agent is the CEO of TKO, is now shoehorning him into WrestleMania. Jesus Christ.
Is there not anybody that could bring Ari to the side and go, dude, that's a blatant conflict of interest. Is you're trying to make him a star and you're ruining this. Don't do that.
Well, they're a publicly traded company, right? Like, you would think stockholders or somebody could be like, hey, you're kind of shitting where you eat, buddy. Yeah, but it's fucking awful. And I have loved everything Pat McAfee's done up until this moment.
Yeah, he's been prime. Him,
I don't get it. I don't understand.
And Logan Paul have been two of the biggest surprises to me. Yeah, to actually fit the WWE. Before this, at least, I mean, I didn't think either of them would amount to anything in WWE, at least, and they both proved me wrong. But now this whole move seems forced, and now I know why.
It seems really forced.
Somebody should have got a hold of him before he got to the mic or on the phone. Somebody should have.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. It just doesn't make any sense. You've wasted one of the best feuds you could have had going into the weekend. Ironically, I really didn't like the whole Jade and Rhea build. It seems lackluster at best.
Whose fault is that? Is that Jade's fault? Or is it just the way they've done it?
I think it's just story. I think they were like, hey, we need Rhea to make this great. And they went, that'll sell it. That's all we need. We need Rhea. So who needs a storyline? And it didn't work out. And then last week they had them beat up Io in front of her, and that was great. At least that gave her some motivation to do something. And so right when that one picked up, this one went to hell.
It's like a little switcheroo. Yeah,
It could have been fucking anybody else on the other end of that phone. It could have been Brother Love coming out of the back.
all the
And it would have been
speculation,
better
any
than
of them
this.
had great ideas. Ask anybody. They had much better
Yeah.
ideas than this.
It's crazy.
Somebody needs to sequencer Ari.
And what's his name? Dave Meltzer said that this was the plan all along. It was always planned to be Pat McAfee on the other end of the phone.
Yeah, sure.
But if that's true, why did Randy go, yeah, there's more than one royal family in wrestling? Is he just talking about himself? Is it like something Pat McAfee said to him and he was like, yeah, you're right, we're royal too? If so, he worded it poorly. It should have been a little better off. I don't know. This whole
they test the waters with these things, I think, and find out what the fans are saying, which is funny because they had a lot of great suggestions running around. Like I told you earlier, Kevin Owens will show up. He's on the roster. He'd just show up for no extra money and be great on the mic. I miss him. We miss you, Kevin. Please come back.
So the only thing that saves this to me, let's try to get out of the mud and see if we can figure out how to solve this problem. The only thing that saves this to me, and a lot of people are going to roll their eyes when I say this, is if The Rock shows up. If The Rock was behind it all and Pat McAfee plays Travis Scott from last year, fine. All right. Maybe we can pull this out. Maybe there's a bigger story to be told throughout the year. And you can go all the way down to Survivor Series being TKO versus WWE, right?
Yeah.
You could have Randy Orton, Pat McAfee, The Rock, and whoever else you can get to join their side. Maybe Kevin Owens, and some other people on there versus the white meat baby faces of the other side, like Roman, CM, if those two would ever work together again, Cody Rhodes. You know, you can get the big guys from WWE. I mean, you could make a story out of this. It is salvageable. You're just doing everything you can to not save it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. And there are a lot of groaning to that, I'm sure. But they boxed themselves in. If they're going to make it TKO is the problem, then they need, and if they are leaning into that, if that's what they're doing, then The Rock has to go up sooner or later and be the face of it. Because
there's a whole segment last night where Aldis tells Cody that he can't touch Pat McAfee because it came from above.
Yeah.
From who?
He has his orders.
Unless Ari Emanuel is going to come out and be the new Mr. McMahon, which would be the dumbest thing imaginable. The only thing worse than that is if McMahon himself came back.
I know that was some of the suggestions, and even that's better.
Oh my God, yeah. All right, I don't know about that, but yeah, no, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Somebody's got to be in charge of this, and you've already set in motion from last year the last few years the whole Rock hates Cody kind of thing, and this whole thing. So I mean, there's a built-in story there, but there was for Cody and Randy to begin with, and you shat on that. So
yeah,
I got a feeling we're not going to get anything. I got a feeling it's going to this is it. This is the shit sandwich that we're going to get for the main event of night one. Pat McAfee got on live fucking TV yesterday and said, hey, don't worry about buying tickets to night 2. Just buy the tickets to night 1 because that's what really matters.
Yeah, that was
awful. Who the fuck?
I mean,
what is happening?
Sounds like a Hill thing, but you really don't want it that's repeated. You need to
it's
calm
the most
down,
counterintuitive thing ever. They're like, hey, ticket sales aren't great. What should we have Pat do? Tell people not to buy tickets.
They can say night 1 outsold, night 2. It's not going to happen, by the way.
No.
Punk and
not with Roman on the other side. No. There's no way. And Brock and Oba are night 2.
Yeah, forget. I mean, one will do fine, but not better. Yeah. Are they trying to set us up to understand why? Not Cody, but there goes my brain.
Randy.
Why Randy's not going to win?
No, Randy has to win, right?
Yeah.
Like if he loses, this is even more worthless.
Because I hope not. And I know they were conflicted. They set this up, and they should have known the crowd would be conflicted because they love Randy too. Even though no matter how heel he goes, now they hate McAfee, but they love Orton. And I'm sure it's part of the problem is like, well, they like him too much. We need to make him a real heel. It's like
but they did that angle where Orton fucking destroyed Cody, right? Just destroyed him. It was great, and everybody was kind of conflicted. Don't get me wrong; they were still chanting for Orton, but they were conflicted. And you could have kept building on that. What they should have done is brought back the one guy that took Cody out last time by doing a package ball driver through the table and have Owens come back. It would have made sense. But
Owen would be a great mouthpiece for that. But he's no Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Okay, let's segue in just a minute. Let's talk about expectations and crowd reaction. This is what I wanted to mention to begin with. There's lots to talk about, but the one segment, the saddest segment of the night last night, is a match, and it was Sami Zayn. Did you see that?
That was crazy.
He was almost crying in the ring because he's like, "What did I do?" And they were booing him. And
But
he tried to,
it sucks.
and he's trying to, my true fans, where you at? And it's like, they're not here.
Nothing. No.
They still booed him. And it's like, he could not, he tried to explain his way around it. But at the end of the night, they love Trick more than they do him.
Hey, that's because Trick Williams is amazing. Him and his lemon pepper steppers. I love Trick Williams. I've loved him since NXT.
I'm warming up.
I think it's a weird thing. They're doing this very slow burn with Sami because of the most telegraphed storyline we've seen in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Sami is not winning a title at Saudi Arabia next year for WrestleMania. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. And I think that's part of the booze. I really do. I think it's a mixture of, we don't want WrestleMania to go to Saudi Arabia. We see the story you're going to tell. You're doing the slow burn of Sami is the poster boy for Saudi Arabia shows.
Yep.
Right?
So who they want to win? They want to see him win. Yeah.
So I don't think the fans love that. I don't think this whole I'm conflicted thing, and I don't want to, it was cool for a while, but it's been like 8 years. He was a bad guy for about 10 seconds, and then he joined the Bloodline, where he became the face of that group. Like the good guy. I don't mean like the face of it. You know what I mean? He was the good guy. He was the one always trying to talk Roman and everybody into doing the right thing. And then when they pushed back, he kind of gave in and did what they wanted. But he's always been the good guy. He's always been the white meat baby face. It's just old. If you're gonna turn him heel, just do it. Let's see it.
But they're gearing for Saudi Arabia. They're not going to turn him heel to win in Saudi Arabia.
That's the point. That's why everybody's booing, because we know what you're doing. This is going nowhere.
What is move on?
Yeah, and you've got him in the ring, and they are booing him.
They are,
right. And in that moment, if he had just leaned into it and been, I know he can't go off script what they've got for creative, right?
Yeah.
But if he could have in that moment looked right at the camera and went, "You hear this? This is why Randy was right. I need to be something else. Fuck you guys."
Everybody tell him he needs to change, and he said it in the ring, and he's like, "Fuck no, I'm not going to change."
Yeah,
all my true fans
booed.
Those two guys up in the top row, they love me, so I don't care. I don't know.
Yeah, fucking more than crickets.
Two. All those guys, man, they love me.
It was bad. It was painful to watch.
It was.
I was watching it on TikTok, going, "Oh, this hurts."
I mean,
Triple H is in the back going, "Oh, damn."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those not good turn moments against somebody. It was
not good. It was not good at all.
And he was struggling with it because he was trying to go on with what they gave him to do, but he's visibly hurt by all this. And it's like,
it was weird to see Sami get flustered. Like he looked like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, this is not going how I had envisioned it.
It's one of those train wrecks. When I see it happen, the crowd is a fickle bunch to begin with, but when it comes to recently, they've loved a lot of the heels. Just love who the rest of they love.
It's because the heels have been given storylines and motivations for what they're doing. And every babyface has just been, "I'm the good guy.
I do the right thing."
It can't be Hulk Hogan, say your prayers and eat your vitamins anymore. Like, there's got to be a motivation. It's kind of like, what was it? The late 90s, early 2000s, where anti-heroes were the shit. That was it, right? Everywhere you turned, it was an anti-hero. Nobody wanted that white meat baby face anymore. And we don't mind the white meat baby face as long as there's a reason for it, right? Like,
Say it. Say the weird thing. Go ahead, do it again.
White meat baby face? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fuck it. But no.
You're right.
Nobody wants that stuff. So they want a motivation. And it's like Captain America. People love Captain America, even though he is that. He's the definition of a baby face. But he has a reason that he does it. It's because that's his ideals. That's it. But people also love Deadpool.
Storyline matters? Really? Storyline matters?
Imagine.
We forget Cody. We fought for Cody's story. The whole thing with TKO whisk in and tries to take it all away, which was the most insane thing that's ever happened in wrestling, even more than this McAfee shit. But we fought for it. And we got the story. And does he need to still be in that position? I don't know. He's good to be in that area, in that orbit.
Yeah.
But I think the whole idea is that Orton finally gets the title, even being the heel. There's so much he can do.
What, 50?
Yeah, I think so.
Because right now, no, he has 14. Because right now, him and Triple H are tied.
Okay, yeah.
And I honestly think Trips wants him to pass him. I think he wants him to be higher up and closer to Cena. I don't think he'll ever pass Cena. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
We get Orton and Sami down the road, and a lot of other. Maybe we can figure this Sami thing out.
Sure.
But
I think Sami's still salvageable. You're just gonna have to give him a story that matters.
He's a great wrestler. He really is great.
He is. Yeah.
But they're missing a lot. I mean, they can't hit on all. I mean, they've had some great storylines to deal with for the last few years, and now they come around, and it's not to that caliber. And sometimes it just doesn't get there, like past WrestleManias. Sorry.
They can't all be great, right? What makes a great WrestleMania is that there are bad WrestleManias. You have to take the good with the bad. And
or adequate.
This WrestleMania is going to be great. Mark my words.
Yeah.
The build to it may not have been great, but the card is amazing.
I know.
The matches we could get are going to be bangers.
They have worked hard to pigeonhole a lot of people into this mania.
Yeah.
Once again, ticket sales. Maybe that'll pump the ticket sales more. Get some of these superstars that don't have a storyline involved, that kind of thing.
So, hold on. Let's look at this. Go. You keep going.
Like Io Sky. Everyone's mad about Io Sky not having a match. But yes, she's still in the orbit. She'll show up during Rhea's match. I guarantee beat the heck out of Michin and B-Fab.
Oh, yeah. Io's going to show up, and beat them up. And then, let's see. That's All In. Nobody cares about that. All In is tonight? No, tomorrow. No, it's not All In. It's, I forgot. AEW's got a big show tomorrow.
Wrestle Kingdom?
No, that's New Japan.
Yeah, I know, but they do things with it. I don't know. That's just how out of touch I am with AEW.
Trying to find.
See, and Jericho goes back, which is fine. He should have went back there. He'd do his best work there, but he does something he told Vince he would never do. He pulled the list back out.
Yep.
Vince is like, you come in, you do the list. And no, I'm done with that. I'm never doing it again. It's like, what? Because he does that. He reimagines himself along the way. But for a bit, he brought it back. I don't care. He does what he does. He's where he's supposed to be.
The WrestleMania tickets, right? Like, it's not like they're not selling tickets. Night one, as of this was done April 10th. And as of the last figures, night one has sold 39,345 tickets.
Out of how many? Like 81 or something?
The current setup at Allegiant Stadium is configured for approximately 60,000.
Oh, okay. A little over half. Or over half.
Yeah. And night two is at 41,317.
But a lot of those people are waiting around for them to go down as it gets closer. Yeah. I mean, you don't get the best seats. You don't get to pick the best things, but you get a better price. And you were at WrestleMania. I understand that. I don't think TKO or they'll probably talk about it for weeks, how, it undersold the last year. Well, yeah, you went to the same place. Let's talk about that, right? It's an experiment, and I don't think it did well. So there's been several experiments that you guys need to back up on. The Pat McAfee thing. Yeah. Just what you're doing with Sami. I don't think there's a whole lot else.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what the cheapest ticket is right now to WrestleMania.
I got you. Mysterio's back, and they finally got him back in a match.
Oh, okay. That's going to get me going. Thanks. Appreciate that. So the whole thing, right, was that people were talking that Gunther was going to retire Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. And the reason Gunther didn't have a match is because Rey Mysterio got hurt and wasn't going to be able to wrestle. And so they shoehorned Gunther into fighting Seth Rollins, which is great. I think it's perfect. Brock's talking about wanting to be done at SummerSlam for his last match. So the favor that he's saying Paul Heyman owes him is going to be a match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Makes sense. Good enough for me. I want to see Gunther and Seth Rollins wrestle. I'm good. But what pissed me off is when Rey Mysterio came back and was like, hey, I'm going to be in this ladder match now. And it's like, bitch, I thought your ribs hurt. What happened? Now you're going to be in a ladder match?
Go ahead and tell me that's wild that happened, right? We believe you that the change was because Rey Mysterio was hurt, wasn't going to make it, or are they just surprised at the end that he's suddenly cleared? I don't know. I kind of doubt it.
No fucking way. And I get it. Like if Ray doesn't want Gunther to be the one to retire him, if he wants Dom to do that, maybe at a match in Mexico, great. That's cool. He is a big enough legend to call his shot.
That's true.
But we should have known that before 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
Very interesting. I agree with you. Very interesting the way that happened because it didn't make any sense in the end. I'm in for both matches. That's great. But you have to ask why. I mean, they got, was it Danhausen is going to fight Kit Wilson and The Miz. Have they made that a match at Mania?
Kit Wilson and The Miz?
Yeah, versus Danhausen. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think they have. They talked about it's possibly going to happen and that's how they were going to shoehorn Royce Keys in, but I think they rethought it.
Yeah, I saw somebody say something about that. That would be interesting. Here's the official card as is announced. We have Saturday's card is Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, Stephanie Valkyrie and Liv Morgan, Seth Rollins and Gunther, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. The women's tag team Fatal 4-Way, which is in jeopardy because one of the Bellas is hurt. So it may just be a 3-way instead of a Fatal 4-way. I know we'll all cry sad tears. And then you have the 2 matches that will open as... Hold on. Yeah, the first 2 matches are featured on the first hour of The first hour's on ESPN.
Yeah, I knew that.
But you end up with Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, they
asked the first match of the night.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard they asked for it. And Brock is well known for either wanting to be the last match or the first match. No in between, usually.
Who says no to him?
Nobody.
See the guy who does that.
And then Intercontinental Championship ladder match. This is all Sunday, of course. Then you got Sammy and Trick, which after fucking last night, I would be hugely surprised if Trick Williams doesn't win that match. And you got Finn Balor versus Dominic, which they've already said is going to be the Demon Finn Balor.
That's what I heard.
Which I don't know why you spoiled that and didn't make it a surprise, but whatever.
Cost ticket price.
Yeah, because trying to sell tickets. That's going to move tickets. Jade Cargill versus Rhea and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Yeah, I mean, there's no Danhausen match. I'd be surprised, especially after they did the match last night. If you were going to have Danhausen wrestle at Mania, you would have waited and just had him wrestle there.
True. Yeah.
And just so you know, the cheapest ticket you can get to WrestleMania in the 400 section of Allegiant Stadium, which is the tippy top. What row is this? Row 2, so it's not that bad. I'm on the second row of the tippy top. Is $405 a piece for 2 nights. For both nights.
For both nights.
So it's $200 a night.
Terrible bad.
No, it's not. Oh my God.
My bad.
Look how short I am. I accidentally hit the little lever on my seat.
I wonder what happened. I'm not making a short joke. I'm not doing it.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, $400. It's not terrible, but it's not good. So let's see what it costs for me to sit a hard cam side. If I wanted to sit on the second row of the barricade there, like I'd be like right behind green shirt guy.
Dang.
I want you to guess how much that ticket costs.
Oh.
One ticket for both nights.
About 1,500 to 2,000 somewhere in.
God, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. I only went once to a thing. I knew we were in the nosebleeds.
$32,000.
You can buy a tiny house with it. I mean, I know you can't buy. I mean,
I'm not kidding. Yeah, the ticket is $32,083 because that 83 was really important.
I understand that we're in an economic downturn right now, but who has the money to put that much into a ticket anywhere? My God,
nobody.
I'm way too busted. Don't know how the other half live or the middle.
Yeah,
jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why I don't look it up.
Yeah. At first, I was like, $200 a night's not bad. I see that. But then you got to get to Las Vegas and you got to pay for a hotel and you got to eat. Oh my God, it's going to be so expensive. And then to see that other ticket was $32,000. I was like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. It's
anyway, so we turned a quick one into about 40 minutes. You have any other news on the WWE you'd like to talk about?
No, I think, like you said before, it's going to be fine.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a bad.
Be good.
You can tell me all day it's going to be a terrible WrestleMania. No, it's going to be a great WrestleMania. Not as great as some others. Doesn't matter. Like I say, what's your favorite Mania? Which one am I watching next? That's the one I'm excited about.
I kind of wish it was going to be worse than it is, because I don't think they're going to learn any lessons.
No.
Because I think it's going to be good.
No,
That's the
man.
problem.
Be running the show before we know it.
But yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this one. We appreciate it. If you guys aren't already following, make sure and click that button. If you like stuff like this, especially if you like D&D and Magic and all the other nerdy stuff we get into, make sure and go find us on Substack. The link will be down in the description of this video or the podcast, whichever way you're listening to this. And again, we appreciate you guys taking the time, and we'll talk to you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye.